Greetings everyone, this is Tony Holowitz and thank you for being here for this tutorial in which I'm going to talk about certain Act fields you should never remove from your Act layout. So one of the great advantages of using Act CRM is that you can customize it to fit the way you work. For example, if you're in the ice cream business, you could potentially add a field in Act for a customer's favorite ice cream. You could also add a field for the way they like their ice cream delivered. Is it served in a cup or on a cone? You could also create another field for the type of toppings the customer likes. So your options and the things you can do with it are open to your imagination. But having said that, it is very common when I'm working with my clients that I see they've modified their layout. However, in the process of doing that, they have removed from the layout some of the very standard fields and very important fields in Act. So let me tell you what I'm referring to. This layout is one of the standard layouts in which I've removed some fields. Now, when I look at this contact right now and I try to interpret what's happening with this contact, I see their basic business card information, but very little else is seen on the screen. There's nothing I can really look at here. You can go down and look at some of the history or the notes and different information, but there's nothing at a glance that jumps out at me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this screen around and I'm going to show you some screen or part of the screens that you should not remove. In the layout, what I never recommend removing are some of the system fields that give you detailed information. And in this case, what I had done is I had removed the latest activities from that particular layout. Now keep in mind, when you remove fields from a layout, you're not deleting the fields, you're just not able to see them because you've removed them from the layout. So now when I look at this contact, I can see the last time this person got an email, because it's got a date, the last time we attempted to call this person and reach this person, and the last time there was a meeting with this person. So right away, my interpretation and the way I see this contact is very different. If you take these fields out, you don't have that immediate knowledge of the interaction with this contact. So don't take these fields out because I think it hurts you. Let Act do its job and let Act give you good information based on some of the behind the scenes things that it keeps track of. Now, having said that, there is a little bit of setup. There's a little bit of learning and knowledge on how to really work with these fields. But on the assumption you have that, and on the assumption you're doing things in the best possible way, this can give you great feedback on information that's in Act. To take it a step further, I'm going to come down to the Contact Access tab, and I want to show you that there's a couple fields here that you should be aware of. Under the History area, there's the Create Date field. There is also the Edit Date. And the Edit Date field, to me, is one of the most important fields in Act, because of the fact that what it can do for you is give you information on when the contact was last edited. Because you can see when it was last edited, this allows you to find information, for example, of contacts that have not been edited in a while, according to Act. Meaning, maybe these contacts are just hiding in your database and you want to bring them to your attention. When I do a layout design for a client, I often recommend that some of these fields actually be moved off this bottom tab and brought up to the main layout screen because they're that important. Some other subtle little things you can do if you really want things to pop, you can have certain fields have different colors to them. Maybe the font is a bright red or a blue, whatever, just something to jump out at you. So let Act tell you a story, but if you remove those fields, it cannot tell you an important story about that particular contact, nor does it give you the idea that, hey, I might want to find all the contacts that fit a certain criteria based on some of these fields. So let Act do its job, and I think if you do that, you'll be in a much better position to really utilize all the data. But more importantly, I never want an important contact, a prospect, or a customer to slip through the cracks. Okay, my friends, as always, if you have questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Thank you very much and be well.